What's up, internet, regular human form Frankie back here again. I know, not as cool as Blue Frankie. Still cooler than floating around in space there, Frankie. But you still gotta look at my ugly mug and listen to the squeaky chair for the duration of this video. Lucky you! Ha! Anyway, guys, we've all been stuck in traffic before, right? All different forms of traffic, whether it's for construction or there was an accident or an accident on the other side of the road and people are just slowing down to rubberneck, or maybe the weather's really bad out so people are driving cautiously. Completely understandable reasons for traffic. Not so much the rubbernecking, but it's still more understandable than traffic for no reason. I don't understand why it is that every day when I leave to go to work, now I work about 45 minutes from my house, okay? And it takes me on average about an hour to get there on a good day. On a bad day, it could take me anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half, 2 hours. Here's a great example. Yesterday, I left my house an hour and a half early. Now, I was expecting some traffic, you know, with the holidays ending and clearing up, or well, with the Christmas holiday ending and clearing up, people traveling back home and yada yada. And I go in the direction of a major city, New York. Is right over the border from me, and it's literally where I work is right on the border. If I go 2 more exits, I'm in New York. So, you know, I expected some traffic, but I just don't understand why I get stuck in traffic and why there is traffic for absolutely no reason. Like, people just forget how to drive when they're on the highway with other cars or something. Man, I mean, this goes back to my original Learn to Drive video. In fact, this, I think, is going to be a sequel to that because, listen, traffic sucks. Alright, no matter what, you're gonna hit traffic at some point. You know, maybe you commute at a weird time so you don't hit it on a daily basis. But someday, you're gonna hit traffic. We all do. And like I mentioned in the beginning, there's perfectly good reasons for it, and then there are times where there's absolutely no reason for it. Here's a perfect example, okay? Yesterday, while I was on my way to work, I got from my house to about my midway point in about 25 minutes, which is average. Alright, and that's with including my stopping to get gas and the energy drinks that I drink and all that to get me through the night because my job is hectic. But when I got to the highway, I should have been at my job 15 to 20 minutes early. I arrived to my job on the dot. Like, I was walking into the building at the scheduled time on the dot, which was 5 o'clock in case you're wondering. And for no reason other than people brake when they're making a left turn. People come to a damn near complete stop when they're making a right turn on a highway. This is a road. This isn't like, oh, I'm stopping to turn off this side road here. No, this is a highway. Okay, there is no side road. There's hardly ever any animals on it. I mean, I do see a squished deer that got hit by a semi in the middle of the night, sometimes on the side of the road or something, but overall, there's not really any animals on it. There definitely shouldn't be people walking on it. Not that there were, but there definitely shouldn't be. So why are we stopping? Because you're afraid to freaking take a turn? Look it. All you're going to do by braking is cause an accident. In fact, I almost saw one happen right in front of me last night, and one happened on the other side of the road just before I got to that point last night. And listen, when traffic is heavy, when there are a lot of people on the road, the best way to keep the flow of traffic going so we're not all sitting on the damn highway for 30 minutes, needlessly, 45 minutes, needlessly, is to just stay in your lane and drive. If you need to get off on a right-hand exit 10 miles down the road, move over at an appropriate time, okay? If you don't, then don't move over or stay in whatever lane you're in. This weaving in and out of traffic, this bobbing from one end to the other doesn't make you get there any faster, and it sure as hell doesn't help anybody behind you, and in fact can and does cause accidents. Alright? There is no need to be hitting the shoulder at 40 miles an hour when traffic is stopped or moving at 10. You're gonna cause So you're gonna hurt somebody or yourself, or you're gonna get pulled over and ticketed, or your car impounded, depending on the situation. I'm not really sure. I'm not an asshole. I don't do that, so I don't know what the consequences is if a cop actually catches you doing it. But I'm sure at the very least it is a very hefty fine. Not only are you putting yourself at risk and whoever's in your car at risk, you're putting other passengers and other vehicles at risk. And if there is road work, you're putting any road crew that may happen to be on that side of the road at risk because you are impatient and you are an asshole. Don't be an asshole and learn how to drive, okay? It's not that hard to get in your car and go 55, 65. Actually, the highway I'm on is 65 miles an hour. The cops aren't going to pull you over unless you're going over 75 or swerving in and out of traffic. So get on the highway and just drive. Stop switching in and out of lanes. Stop trying to beat everybody else where you're going. You're not going to get there any faster if you're dead. To those assholes out there in highway traffic who speed up as fast as they possibly can to close the gap because they're not paying attention when traffic moves, and then slam on your brakes, causing the cars behind you to slam on their brakes, you're an asshole. Pay attention to what you're doing. Okay, I understand you want to send that quick text, oh, honey, I'm stuck in traffic, or hey, boss, I'm going to be late. I get that. Fine. But at least pay attention to what's going on in front of you. Now everybody's slamming on their brakes, and somebody's going to rear end somebody at some point if you're not careful. And here's something else now, a little offside of traffic. This also happened to me actually yesterday on my way to work. You cannot pass on a double yellow line road. All right, I understand you might be in a hurry. All right, but okay, so I'm on my way to work. I'm still in town. I'm actually one town over, but I'm still in town. All right, I'm doing 30, which is actually I think 5 miles over the speed limit on the road I was on, considering it's a school zone. The high school and middle school are right there. Okay, this car comes flying up behind me. He's riding my ass. He's like this. He is literally like right here. If I brake, he's hitting me. Okay, and I didn't do it because I could see it was some dumb kid, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna slow down even more. So I let off the gas. I didn't brake check him or anything like that because I also needed to get to work. You know, so I didn't brake check him, but I slowed down, and then I started. You know, he slowed down. He backed off, so I started to go again, and this kid decides that he's going to floor it, thus speeding, exceeding my already speeding speed of 30 miles an hour, okay? Pass me in the double yellow right in front of the high school, blow the stop sign, damn near sideswipe the car on the other side of the road that was stopped at his stop sign, and then keep flying down the street. Okay, first of all, where's the traffic cop when you need one, right? So I come around to the end of that road to a little intersection where you can go left or right, and the way I need to go is to the right because I need to get to the state highway, which is just a route where the speed limit is faster and there's less, well, no, there's not less idiots, there's still plenty of idiots on there, but the speed limit is higher anyway. And I'm like, oh, I bet you he's heading down there in a hurry. As I make my turn, I see this kid, this little shit. Now, I'm calling him a kid. He was probably in his early 20s, which is still younger than me, so you're a kid. No offense to anybody who is watching this who is younger than me. I'm not saying you're a kid. I'm just saying this kid was acting like a kid, so he's a kid. I wonder how many times I can say kid in one sentence and get away with it. But as I go and I make my turn, I see this dude, the same car. Oh, and by the way, on top of that, he's driving the car illegally because he's got dealer plates on the car. If you are not going to or from the dealer, if you're not a dealer, if you're not a mechanic and you're working on a car and you're test driving a car for somebody before they buy it, you know, and you're working out all the kinks and shit, you can't have dealer plates on your car just driving around town doing your job. This kid stopped at the pizza place, which is there. I'm assuming he's the delivery boy for you because he went in the delivery boy entrance. And I thought to myself, I was like, man, I should go in there and call him out and all this. I'm like, you know what, no, it's not worth starting an issue with him at work or anything like that, and then I'm becoming the asshole for doing that. So I didn't do that. But the point I'm trying to make here is if you're illegally driving a car, okay, I mean, this kid just took, I mean, there's not even, you know what, there is no point. There is no point. This is just the simple fact that this kid is driving his car, presumably illegally. I'm not 100% sure on the law, so don't quote me. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe you can drive around with a dealer plates on your car, or maybe that's why he was rushing, because he knows he's not supposed to have it and he doesn't want to get seen by the cops. But if you're driving a car that may or may not you may or may not be supposed to be driving the way you're driving it, and you're speeding through a school zone and you're passing illegally, you need to go back to driver school and learn how to fucking drive. All right? And you're going to kill somebody. You're going to kill somebody, you're going to kill yourself. And you might think I'm just talking out my ass, but I have known in my lifetime, I knew 2 kids who died in a car accident. I've known several to get into very bad car accidents, and I know one kid who actually killed his friend in a car accident. Now that was a drunk driving scenario, and that's a whole other issue for a whole other video. But just go back to school. Go back to driving school, retake your driver's test, because chances are you probably shouldn't have gotten your license, and I don't know how you did, but it seems like nowadays they will give a trained monkey a freaking license. And it's just infuriating. You're causing mayhem on the road, and you're going to cause an accident. And I speed, okay? I'm not going to lie to you. I speed, yeah, absolutely. But I don't drive recklessly. And that's, like, the biggest issue. Like, there's a difference between speeding, you know, driving a little faster than you should be, and driving recklessly. This kid is driving recklessly. Those of you weaving in and out of traffic thinking you're going to get somewhere faster, like that idiot who cut off the semi the other day, you're a freaking idiot, and you're lucky he didn't rear-end you, because he came damn near close. I thought for sure when I caught up to where you guys were, when I was about to pass, that I was going to see your rear bumper up under his front grill. That's how close you freaking passed. All right? Go back to learning how to drive, people, and if you need a refresher, go check out my Learn to Drive video. You can watch that by clicking on the tab up in the corner. I'm not sure which corner it'll be in because my camera reverses everything. Got a new calendar. It's actually already set on January, so I'll show it to you when we actually hit January in about a week. Got my flag posted back up. Still got the greenhouse going. And no, that light up there is not a ghost. It is actually the glow from the star on my Christmas tree, which is still on in the middle of the day. Why? Because we're too lazy to cut it off. Anyway, guys, recap. Don't weave in and out of traffic. Don't pass illegally. Don't drive cars with dealer plates. And don't be an asshole on the road. And until next time, guys, that's all I got for you today, so let's get weird.